The ocean is a beautiful place almost anywhere in the world, with so many amazing places to explore. But below the surface, there are some creatures that may give you the chills. While Megalodon or the Kraken aren't real, there are plenty of sea creatures that are just as unsettling as any fantastical beast. Join us on this journey as we explore the 15 most disturbing creatures found underwater that will make you question whether or not you want to swim in the sea again. Let's kick off things with number 15. Alienlike anglerfish. With its needle-like teeth and a glowing fishing rod protruding from its head, the Lasiognathus dynama looks more like a visitor from another planet than a fish you'd find here on Earth. This newly discovered species of anglerfish was spotted in the deep waters of the Gulf of Mexico, proving that the ocean still holds its fair share of surprises and nightmares. The female anglerfish uses the light-producing bacteria on the tip of its fishing rod to lure unsuspecting prey. Once a curious fish gets too close, it's game over. That curved appendage and glowing bait, they're not just accessories, they're evolution's version of a practical joke. Discovered by researchers, this predator is a stark reminder of the alien-like adaptations deep-sea creatures develop to survive in the darkness. If you thought the ocean was all dolphins and coral reefs, think again. Down here, nature's creativity takes a much darker or sometimes terrifying turn. Number 14. Spaghetti monster. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, things can get, well, weird. Meet the Bathyphysa conifer, a noodle-like siphonophore discovered off the coast of Angola in 2015. Workers from BP's oil and gas company captured video of this peculiar creature at a depth of about 4,000 feet, and they couldn't help but nickname it the spaghetti monster. This bizarre marine animal, which loosely resembles a floating plate of pasta, belongs to the Siphonophore family, a group that includes jellyfish and corals. But don't be fooled by its noodly appearance. It's actually a colony of individual organisms working together, each clone performing a specific role. It's teamwork, deep-sea style. Whether it looks divine or delicious depends on your perspective, but one thing's for sure. B. Conifer is proof that the ocean is home to some of the most unusual creatures on the planet. The deep sea isn't just unexplored, it's downright surreal. Now let's head over to number 13, tube blenny. The sarcastic fringe head might sound like a sassy nickname, but it's actually a tube blenny, a small fish that takes up residence in discarded shells or burrows created by other sea creatures. Found near California, this fish may be small, but it has a big personality and an even bigger mouth. Male fringeheads are known for their dramatic displays, opening their oversized jaws in a show of dominance. It's like watching an underwater argument, complete with exaggerated gestures. While their mouths may be great for intimidation, they're not exactly practical for feeding. Fringeheads mostly snack on squid eggs and other small treats. Despite their quirky antics, these fish play an essential role in their ecosystem. They recycle and repurpose abandoned spaces, proving that even in the competitive world of the ocean, one fish's trash is another's treasure. With their bizarre looks and bold attitude, the sarcastic fringehead is a true deep-sea diva. Number 12. Creepy smiling shark. Imagine reeling in a shark with bulging eyes, rough sandpaper skin, and a grin that's way too human for comfort. That's exactly what happened to a stunned fisherman off the coast of Australia. This deep-sea oddity looked like it had just heard the punchline to the ocean's darkest joke. Scientists couldn't agree on what species this unsettling creature might be. Guesses ranged from goblin shark to cookie-cutter shark, with the most likely candidate being a gulper shark. Dragged up from 2,130 feet below the surface, this mysterious predator's unnerving smile has haunted the internet ever since. While it's easy to imagine this smiling shark hosting an underwater comedy club, the reality is it's just another example of the bizarre adaptations deep-sea creatures develop. Whether you find it fascinating or flat-out creepy, one thing's certain. This toothy grin belongs in the ocean's Hall of Weird. Number 11. Gummy squirrel. Meet the gummy squirrel, a sea cucumber that looks like a half-peeled banana and wiggles its way through the abyss. Discovered in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, this bizarre gelatinous creature is about 2 feet long and one of nature's weirder creations. Researchers from the Natural History Museum in London spotted this wobbly wonder while exploring the seafloor of the Clarion-Clipperton Zone between Hawaii and Mexico. But the gummy squirrel wasn't the only star of the expedition. Alongside it were tulip-shaped sponges and coral species thought to belong exclusively to the Atlantic. What makes the gummy squirrel so fascinating is its unique texture and odd appearance, proving that the ocean isn't just a place for sleek sharks and majestic whales. It's also a haven for jello-like oddities. With 39 potentially new species collected, the deep sea keeps reminding us just how little we know about its quirky inhabitants. Number 10. Weird-eyed strawberry squid. If the deep sea hosted a costume party, the strawberry squid would win Best Dressed. Spotted by Mbari researchers in Monterey Canyon, this bright red cephalopod sports mismatched eyes, one enormous glowing yellow eye looking up, and one small pitch-black eye gazing down. Why the eye drama? Turns out the squid's quirky look is a survival hack. Its large eye scans for shadows of predators above, while the tiny one searches for bioluminescent prey below. Talk about multitasking. Interestingly, this squid isn't born looking like a Picasso painting. Its eyes are the same size at hatching, but as it matures, the left eye becomes comically oversized, growing to more than double the size of the right. It's like the deep-sea equivalent of wearing one contact lens for distance and the other for reading. This strawberry squid is a reminder that in the ocean's depths, form follows function, even if it looks like a creature designed by a surrealist. Number 9. Frilled shark. The frilled shark is like a living relic, straight out of a prehistoric ocean. Growing up to 7 feet long, this serpent-like shark swims with an eerie, eel-like motion that's as mesmerizing as it is unsettling. Its body is lined with fins set far back, and its mouth boasts rows of long, three-pronged teeth, perfect for snagging soft-bodied prey like squid. Oh, and it doesn't chew, it just swallows its prey whole, size be damned. Rarely seen by humans due to its deep ocean habitat, the frilled shark is occasionally caught as a bycatch in fisheries. Some unlucky specimens have even ended up as food. Sadly, overfishing has put these fascinating creatures on the path to extinction. With its creepy grin and primitive features, the frilled shark is a reminder of Earth's ancient history, a real-life sea monster lurking in the depths. If you ever see one, consider yourself lucky, and maybe swim the other way. Number 8. Giant isopod. The giant isopod is what happens when nature says, let's supersize the pill bug. Found on the ocean floor, these crustaceans can grow up to 20 inches long, thanks to a phenomenon called abyssal gigantism. Their hard exoskeleton and 7 pairs of legs give them a prehistoric vibe, and like their land-dwelling relatives, they can roll into a ball for protection. Semi-hibernators, giant isopods are the ultimate energy savers. They can go years without eating, with the record being 4. When food finally appears, usually dead or live animals, they feast like there's no tomorrow, often gorging themselves into near immobility. With their bizarre features and survival skills, giant isopods are deep-sea MVPs. They've been around for over 160 million years, quietly thriving in the harshest conditions. If there's a scavenger Olympics, these guys take gold every time. Number 7. Goblin shark. The goblin shark is the stuff of deep-sea nightmares. With its long, protruding snout covered in electrosensitive organs, this shark can detect prey in pitch-black depths. Its most unnerving feature? a jaw that shoots forward at lightning speed to snatch its next meal. This creepy predator specializes in fish, squid, and crustaceans, all of which probably wish it didn't exist. Goblin sharks range in color from pale pink to purplish gray, with bright blue accents on their fins. At up to 16 feet long, these deep-sea dwellers are both fascinating and utterly terrifying. If the jaw-snapping action wasn't enough, their appearance is so alien-like that it's hard to believe they belong on Earth. Rarely seen by humans, goblin sharks serve as a chilling reminder of how little we know about the ocean's depths. They're living proof that the deep sea has no shortage of nightmare fuel. Number 6. Vampire squid. Despite its sinister name, the vampire squid is more of a deep-sea goth than a true bloodsucker. This strange creature isn't even a squid or an octopus. It's in a class of its own. With its dark, cape-like webbing connecting its 8 arms, the vampire squid looks ready to haunt your underwater dreams. When threatened, this deep-sea resident flips its cape inside out, revealing rows of spiny projections that scream, "Don't mess with me." But instead of being a fearsome predator, the vampire squid is a scavenger. It collects drifting food particles with sticky cells on its tentacles, making it the ultimate deep-sea recycler. Unlike other squid, the vampire squid doesn't squirt black ink. Instead, it releases a bioluminescent cloud to confuse predators and make its dramatic escape. With its glowing arm tips and flair for the theatrical, the vampire squid proves that in the deep ocean, style counts just as much as survival. All right, now, let's move to Number 5. Translucent. When NOAA researchers trawled the seafloor near Alaska's Aleutian Islands, they weren't expecting to pull up a fish straight out of a dessert buffet. Enter the blotched snailfish, a translucent, jelly-like creature covered in ringed spots and equipped with a built-in suction cup on its belly. This fish's suction cup isn't just for show. It's a modified fin that lets it cling to the seafloor in depths of up to 2,623 feet. Its jello-like body isn't just squishy, it's specially designed to withstand the intense pressure of the deep sea while staying stealthy to avoid predators. Despite its wobbly appearance, much about the blotched snailfish remains a mystery. Scientists are still piecing together its life story, but one thing's clear: this gelatinous marvel is as fascinating as it is bizarre. Next time you're enjoying dessert, spare a thought for this deep-sea jello impersonator. Number 4. Dragonfish. The dragonfish may be small, but it's the stuff of nightmares. Measuring just under a foot long, this deep-sea predator is armed with some of the most unsettling features you'll ever see. Transparent teeth? Check. Detachable jaws? Absolutely. Bioluminescent features? Oh, you bet. Some species even have a second set of teeth inside their mouths, just like the alien in Alien. Despite their size, dragonfish have perfected the art of intimidation. These freaky fish inhabit the deep, dark ocean where light doesn't dare to reach, luring prey with their glowing headlamps before snapping them up with their terrifying jaws. Let's be real. If this creature darted past your submarine window, you'd probably have second thoughts about exploring the ocean. Luckily for us, they prefer their pitch-black lairs far from human reach. For now, we'll just admire their creepy charm from a safe distance, like the other side of a screen. Number 3. Oarfish. If any creature embodies the inspiration for sea monster legends, it's the oarfish. Stretching up to 20 feet long, or even longer according to some reports, this slender, ribbon-like fish has a knack for popping up at the surface when it's sick or dying, giving people quite the scare. Oarfish have a distinct, almost horse-like face and a shiny, silvery body that looks like it's straight out of a mythical tale. Now imagine being an 18th century fisherman and seeing this colossal, snake-like fish writhing in the water. You'd believe in monsters too. While they're mostly harmless, unless you're plankton, their size and rarity make them an unforgettable sight. Thanks to modern tech, We know they're real and not just maritime folklore, but honestly, they're just as fascinating and slightly terrifying. Next time someone says, "There's no such thing as sea serpents," show them an oarfish. They'll think twice. Number 2. Siphonophores. If the deep sea had its own horror genre, Siphonophores would be its star villains. These creatures look like something straight out of a Lovecraft story, with their long, surreal forms drifting ominously in the water. But the real twist? A siphonophore isn't one animal. It's a colony of many tiny organisms working together. Each cell in a siphonophore has its own job, from catching prey to reproduction, making it a communal nightmare. And they don't stop there. Some species, like the Portuguese man-o'-war, pack venom powerful enough to ruin a beach day, or worse. Siphonophores are also record breakers. One specimen found off Australia measured 150 feet long, possibly making it the longest creature on Earth. With their venom, teamwork, and limitless growth potential, Siphonophores are the ocean's version of an unstoppable monster, and we're all lucky they prefer the deep. Number 1. Coelacanth. The coelacanth is proof that nature loves a good plot twist. Thought to have gone extinct 66 million years ago, this living fossil reappeared in 1938 when a fisherman in South Africa hauled one up from the depths. Suddenly, this prehistoric relic was back, leaving scientists scrambling for answers. These deep-sea dwellers aren't flashy, but their existence is extraordinary. Coelacanths are living links to a time when dinosaurs roamed the Earth. And despite their ancient lineage, 2 distinct species have managed to survive in the deep ocean, evading detection for millions of years. Their discovery serves as a humbling reminder of how little we know about the ocean. For every coelacanth we find, there's a world of questions still waiting to be answered. These ancient fish may not look like much, but they carry the weight of evolutionary history on their fins, and they're not going anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.